Ladies and gents of the YouTube, welcome back. So today we got clearance to go back into the fire zone where our house is to go check stuff out. So my wife Alana and I are gonna go take a little cruise, and I figure we'll take you guys with and show you what the neighborhood and what the house looks like. All right, so we're rolling into town here, and there's a rape van sitting right on the side of the road. Just kidding. Sorry about that, Mr. Snap-on guy. We love you. So, let's see what's going on here in town. Our friend Mark. It's like town's hustling and bustling. They got a bunch of free water right there that they're giving out to people, which is real nice because the water in certain places is contaminated. Nice Jimsy. All right, Skapazzi's, that's been here for over 100 years, still standing. We'll be going to dinner there real soon, hopefully. In fact, I think they're going to open next week. That's what I heard. Check out this tweaker pad right here. It's got an upstairs. That's pretty awesome. The tweakers are really innovative. That's the word I was looking for. This is where it was the road was closed before.
Oh yeah, some of the roads are still closed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I saw fire damage right there, so it must have got this far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of houses up in that neighborhood burnt, including two of our really good friend Wes's house. He actually had two houses in that neighborhood, and he lived in one and rented the other one out, and they both burned. So double suckage for him.
Yeah.
And then you can see the fire on the hill, where it was on the hill right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all this was burned.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't think about all that over there is burned too.
My.
Burnt all that hill.
All over here too.
All this, yeah, it's all burnt.
Wow. Smells like a bad barbecue.
I know. This area right here is super scorched. You could tell it got really hot because all these power poles are new.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And there was never sunlight driving through here either. That's another really weird thing.
You're right.
So this is all of the fallen leaf neighborhood up here.
Oh my god.
And I think 27 houses burned.
Just back here?
Yeah, just on these
Wow.
two roads. Basically all the houses.
Yeah.
Except for one. Oh, there's some hazmat suit people up there cleaning stuff. All these houses burned.
Oh my god. These are the ones right behind ours.
Oh, this one burnt too. I thought this one didn't burn.
No.
That one was a beautiful house.
Was that the one with the golden retriever?
Yep. Right on the creek there.
Oh my
And
god.
these are our other neighbors. Place right there. Level. Mark's house right there burnt. The fire station didn't
Fire
burn,
station's still there. Alright, that guy's house is
And
there.
our one neighbor's house made it, which is good.
Wow, it got to here.
Oh, they got a thing across my second driveway. I can't get in there. That's okay.
There she is.
Here's our house. I can't even believe it.
Can't believe Big Blue made it.
I know. I'm so happy that Big Blue made it. So here's my propane tank for the grill out here all by its lonesome in the middle, protected. And you can see everything around is burned. My little tent garage here is burned. This was a 1983 GPZ 1100 was, and you can see it melted the tires right off the wheels, gauges melted, everything. This bike is like a crusty French fry. Holy cow. And all through here, this was a bunch of brush. It's all burned, and I don't own my property lines over there, so all this would have been cleared if I owned it, but that was the neighbor's property, and can't do anything about that. My wind chime still standing. This is how crazy fire is. The fire was right here. It didn't burn the swing or the cushion that's on it, and it literally burnt trees that are 6 feet away. And another 20 feet away is our house, and that's how close the fire was. This area right here is one of my favorite spots on the property. This is a group of sister trees. I don't know what the heck happened there. There was an oak tree there at one time that was cut down, so I'm guessing it caught the stump on fire and it burned the stump out. That's insane. That's a good 2-3 feet deep. And yeah, you can see our sister trees got really charred, but the redwoods are they have a fire retardant material to them in their bark, so they've been through this group of trees right here. By the size of them, I'm sure they've been through multiple fires. This is just insane back here because I had firewood from a madrone that I cut down stacked up this high right here, and that all burnt. And then over here you could never see any of this because it was all overgrown. Like I was saying, my property line comes through here somewhere, and I think it right here is where it angles off that way because it's kind of like a weird shape. But all this area right here was always really overgrown and lots of brush, and now it's pretty darn clear. And you can see the creek bed down there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come through and with the chainsaw and these little trees, I'm gonna cut all of them down because I don't think they're gonna make it, and they're ugly. So we'll just cut them down and have a little bit better view of the creek. And my bench, my mom and I built this bench a few years ago when she was out visiting, and I can't believe it didn't burn. It burned everything else in the whole area, but the wood bench with the metal, fine. Well, there's the remnants of a tiki torch. All right, guys. So, yeah, moving along. Our other group of sister trees here. Another set of really old trees on the property. Only the very bottoms got burnt, so that's good. And you can see how close my house is. And man, did we get lucky. And all this right here, all of this used to be brush. In fact, this tree right here we just cut down last summer, and that one went up and it kind of leaned over the house a bit, and I'm really glad that we got that thing cut down, because if this tree went up, because it was half dead, it definitely would have dropped burning stuff on the house, and that would have been all she wrote. Down the dirt bike trail here. Wow. It got so hot, it burned all the wood that we had anchored into the hill here, supporting the trail.
Wow.
Yeah, be careful, because this will be a little bit not as stable as it was. And then this is crazy too, because it burnt all the vegetation and exposed all these rocks, and there's like a hole in there. The creek is just trying to do its thing. She's still flowing, still sounding beautiful. Wow. Absolute craziness. I cannot believe how close the fire got to burning our house down. Huh. There's my shooting wheel right there. It's an old Kawasaki wheel that's bent that I shoot from behind the garage every once in a while. The old pellet gun. Oh, nothing, just talking to the camera.
Oh, that is so many.
Pretty crazy, huh, honey?
Yeah. That looks like snow.
It does look like snow. Wow, there used to be a redwood that was probably cut down at least 100 years ago that was half laying there, and it burned it right out of the ground. So down here on our little beach area, we had a pump house, and that burnt down. And I also had my gold panning stuff right there, and it absolutely melted. And this is good pay dirt in here, so I'll have to get another gold pan and start digging right in that area. I never got a chance to finish panning that stuff, but yeah, unfortunately our pump house burnt down. Oh, that's a bummer. Hopefully it didn't burn the conduit all the way up. I can't imagine that it did. I'll have to go in there and dig and see if I can find the conduit and have to redo that. It just looks so much different, huh?
Yeah, it does. It's eerie.
It's super eerie.
I'm glad there's a lot still here, though.
Me too. Looking down this way, there's all kinds of stuff that fell across the creek over there. That stuff wasn't there before. I'll have to go check that out. And even though all this stuff is crusty and burnt, right here, we got a good old banana slug. Made it. He made it through the fire big time. So hopefully a bunch of his friends made it too. It's so weird, the fire did end up jumping the creek, but it didn't burn too far into my property, which is amazing. This over here I didn't really have fully cleared as much as you can see the rest of my yard. I'm a big fan of clearing, partially for fire protection and honestly just so we had more usable yard. It wasn't, I was conscientious of the danger of fire, but I didn't actually think that we would have fire. So it burnt a ton of this stuff over here, and there was a big brush pile right here, and I had tried to chip a lot of it until my wood chipper blew up, but I was making progress on this. I guess I don't have to worry about it anymore. So I had logs just like that stacked all over here, and they are all gone, all burnt. So this property right here is almost directly across the street from my house. My house is right there across the road, and total devastation over here. It burnt my neighbor's property, their house right to the ground, and then this whole area back here is just torched. It's just insane. You know, this is a forest like 3 weeks ago. So all this stuff got burnt, and then my buddy John's house over there made it. So happy for him. He just built that garage like 6 months ago. They just got it up. And his boom lift is still there, unburnt. Man, he got lucky. And you can see there's still smoke everywhere. And this here, that's the mountain that goes up behind my property. And you can see a lot of the trees got scorched. It's just so crazy that a fire can be insanely hot right here, and then right there, the patio furniture totally untouched. Insane. Just absolutely crazy. So there was 2 houses right there. It's all burnt. All right, guys, so that was pretty crazy. What do you think?
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, so the house is there. A lot of damage surrounding it, but we're super thankful that it's still standing. We're gonna work with the insurance company on the cleanup part as far as the smoke damage and some of the stuff that we ended up, you know, losing in the fire. Nothing crazy, only 1 motorcycle, so that's not horrible considering how many motorcycles I had and how many I took out of there.
Which, how many do you have right now?
That is a question I don't answer. It's 20 something.
Like 22.
But I think I hauled 11 bikes out of there, out of the house, and then a bunch out of the shop and all that. And thankfully, my in-laws are super understanding and let me take over their whole garage and half of their backyard with motorcycles so we could save the good stuff. But yeah, crazy situation. Hope you guys enjoyed the little follow-up. I didn't really even plan on making a video, but so many people watched the first video that I made with us trying to get everything out, and yeah, it's crazy, so I had to make a video.
Yeah, so we'll see the cleanup because the house definitely stinks.
Lots of cleanup, and
Yeah.
I have a lot of trees that I want to cut down because I'm a little bit concerned that once the rains start, the trees that had got burnt on the bottom that aren't very big, that aren't tied in with other trees, I'm worried about some trees falling this winter, so we have a lot of work ahead of us. Yay. But thanks for all the support. It means a lot. All the messages, making sure everybody's safe and the baby's safe and all that good stuff. We're good, and we're gonna get through this. And yeah, we'll stay tuned. We'll see you on the next one, I suppose.